Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kat. I am the Nurse Flipper. If this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I am going to show you what sold over the weekend. Today is Monday. It's actually Monday night, so what you are seeing sold from Friday afternoon into Monday afternoon. And there was no shipping today because it was Martin Luther King Day, so we will be shipping out tomorrow. So we have over $1,400, closer to $1,500 going out on eBay today. And then we also have 2 Etsy sales that are over $100 together. And then we also have 3 Facebook Marketplace sales. So I'm going to show you all of that right now. So we have 36 items going out today for that $1,500. So first up, this is a amethyst, like raw geo there, dipped in gold. I did get this in a jewelry lot. I paid about $5. This one sold today for $40, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. So this one is going to be about a $31, $32 profit. And to ship these, I just put them in little jewelry boxes and then put them into padded envelopes. Next is these pain in the butt vents that are right behind me. They're really not a pain in the butt. They just took up a lot of space, but they've been selling pretty regular for me, so I'm okay with that. So this buyer bought 3 of these for $16.23. I was in the profit after the first one of these I sold. I only paid $5 for a whole pallet of over 200 of them. Buyer paid $16 plus $12 in shipping. So these guys are probably going to be about a $14 profit. Now, stuff like that is not interesting. It is not fun. But when you can buy a whole pallet of one item, it's one listing, 200 sales, then I'm okay with that. So I do tend to gravitate towards the stuff that I love, and you are going to see some amazing items in this video. But I also will still buy multiple quantity of one item if I happen to come across it, because it's an easy listing and those profits just keep adding up. Up next is a garter. It is not a garter you put on your legs. This is a garter you put on a Longaberger basket. This is a red, white, and blue. This is for a small basket, and this was in my Longaberger basket lot. It was not on any basket, and I wasn't sure which one it went on, so I listed it by itself. I figure 0 cost into this because I calculated the cost on the actual baskets. This garter sold for $9.74, plus the buyer paid $4.70 in shipping. So this is going to be about an $8 profit. Watch for the Longaberger accessories. I was kind of surprised when I was researching the Longaberger baskets that some of the liners sell for as much as a basket. So if you come across somebody who is like Longaberger collector and they have a ton of like accessories like the liners and that garter, there are also handle covers, which I had a couple of. I would pick them up if you can get them for a good price. Up next is a Sabin Crested Gold. This is a bowl. You can see the courting couple there. I love courting couple stuff, and it does okay, but this bowl took over a year to sell, and it only sold for $12.29. Fortunately, I was only $1 into it, so it's gonna still be about a $10 profit. It's just one bowl, not super hard to ship. I got it in a big set, and I've made quite a bit of profit off them, so I am okay with that. But don't think everything's going to sell really fast, because that is not necessarily always the case. Up next is this cute little Homer Laughlin little sugar bowl. Really cute. It is marked on the bottom, so if you were at the thrift store, you would be able to identify it. This one I paid less than $1 in an online auction lot. This one sold in under 2 months, and it sold for $11, plus the buyer paid $9.45 in shipping. So this one is going to be about a $9 profit. This one surprised me. This little bow necklace, I couldn't find anything quite like it. It is marked Sperry there on the tag, and I did find some Sperry. Most of it didn't sell high. I listed this for $29.99. It looks like eBay changed it to free shipping. If you know me, I am not a free shipping person. But this buyer actually bought this when my sale wasn't on, so they paid 30% more than what I was asking, so that will more than cover the shipping. I'm less than $1 into this. You can see the little bows there in a jewelry lot, and this one sold for $29.99. Shipping will probably be between $4 and $5, and this will still end up being about a $20 profit. Whole $3.45. This is a little baby Bibs cross stitch book. I paid 50 cents, so it's about a $2 profit, which is okay. Again, this goes into like a manila envelope and then it's gone, and that is pretty much it. Really easy to photograph and list. That one did take close to a year to sell. I am okay with that. I have a whole stack of them and I just pull them out. I get all the time, why do I sell these $3 items? Well, the answer is kind of twofold. One is it all adds up. As you see, I have $1,500 going out today. You will see there are a few higher dollar items, but $3, $10, $11, all of that adds up. And really, like, that's not even taking me 2 minutes to pack. You know, I'm going to just put it into an envelope, and to photograph it was 10 minutes at the most. Honestly, probably 5. So really not much time into that. And as I said, I'm doing stuff anyway, so I am okay with that. Up next is another low profit item, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I've been doing my offers, because I have been doing them differently than I typically was. This is a Spotnik's Cabbage Patch. This is from Daytona Beach Bike Week. I've had this over a year and a half. So I sent the buyer an offer of $10.28 free shipping. So it's really a break even. I'm getting my money back. I'm like $3 to $4 into it. But what I have been doing is I've been doing my offers from the computer, because then I can see the date it was listed. I saw that it was listed over a year ago, so I sent them a 30% off offer, and I'm okay with that. So my formula that I've been using for my offers is if it's newly listed within the last month, I send them 10% off. Then if it has been listed 2 to 3 months, I've been sending them 15% off. And then from like 4 to like 8 months, I'll send them 20% off. If it's been listed over a year, I'm sending them 30. And honestly, some of the stuff, I might even send them more. And I've been getting some good sales from it and moving some older stale inventory, which gives me money back into my business that I can go source better items and hopefully higher profit items. Next are 2 Martha Stewart Christmas placemats. I knew they were Martha Stewart because they still had the sticker. I paid $0.25 each for these, so I am 50 cents in. They sold for $10 plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. Again, easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship. They're not going to break. $9 profit. I am good with that. And those took about 5 months to sell. And then a little Monet brooch. So Monet is not always money. This little butterfly brooch, I paid less than $1, and it sold for an offer of $11.11, plus the buyer paid shipping. I am less than $1 into that piece, so that is going to be about a $9 profit, and it sold in under 2 months. I had it listed at $16.99. Some days I just feel more grateful than others, and I'm like, sure, why not? You can have it for $11, take it. Other days I would have countered them. I would not have declined 11 on 17. I typically decline anything under half. I will tell you guys today, I made a buyer mad. Well, they're not a buyer. They were a potential buyer. So I got an offer of $1 on a teddy bear. Teddy bear was listed at $7.99, so it's not a high dollar one. I actually got it in a lot and it was missing a nose. That's why I listed it so low. The ones that aren't missing noses were selling upwards of $25 to $30. So I figured $7.99 would be okay. So the buyer sends me the $1 offer, and I was on the phone talking about my nurse flipper camp, which I'll talk to you guys about that in a little bit. And I was on the phone talking about it. I was super excited. I'm like, you know what? If they send me a $2 offer, I'm just blocking them. I'm not in the mood to deal with this today. Not in a bad mood. I'm actually in a great mood. I'm super excited about my nurse flipper eBay camp retreat, like more than you guys could ever imagine. And they sent me a $2 offer, and I immediately went to block them. And they sent me a message and said, I guess you don't want our money, we were going to pay full price for the bear. You're going to pay full price for the bear, but you sent me a $1 offer. I declined it. Then you sent me a $2 offer. So those offers were not fair offers. Thank you. Have a great day. Left it at that. I don't need their money. And if they're sending me a $1 offer, chances are they might be a problem buyer. So I do not block buyers often like that. But a $1 offer was just, it was kind of insulting. It was kind of insulting, and it is business, it's not personal. But when I see certain traits from buyers, they make me think that I'm going to have an issue with that item when it's delivered, and I would rather nip it in the bud and not let them even buy from me. Up next is a Trinket Box. This is a really cool hand painted. It's got daisies, it's got like daffodils, iris. It's really, really cute. No marking on the bottom. This one, I believe, was made in India just by the style, and I got it in a lot, and the collector had all India trinket boxes. So this one I've had for a while. It sold for an offer of $12 plus the buyer paid $5.95 in shipping. I am less than $1 in, and it's going to be about a $10 profit. Again, it's not going to break. It's not going to break. Easy to photograph, easy to list, easy to ship. You know, I don't shy away from hard shipping, but when I can buy lots with a lot of non-breakable items that can be listed fast, I do. Trinket box is one thing that I see a lot in box lots on auctions because they don't want to individually photograph each trinket box, so they throw them all together, and you can typically get them pretty cheap. So those are one of my favorites to find lots of. Next, one of my favorite things. This is a really cool Kachina salt and pepper shaker. If you saw my live haul, I got these at Renninger's last time when I went in November. I just listed about a month ago, so they sold pretty fast. I did pay $10 for them. They sold for $34.99 plus the buyer paid $11 in shipping. So it's a little plate, two little Kachina guys. They are copper, and then two teeny weeny individual little shakers. So they are going to be about a $20 profit. I love Kachinas. You're going to see a Kachina item coming up that is over a $200 profit. So biggest profit of the weekend, and it's Kachina. How amazing is that? And then George and I went shopping at the flea market yesterday, the Antique Nomad, and I found another amazing Kachina item for 30 bucks. That's a little spoiler to my haul. So I think what I will do this week, I'm going to try and put together a video of clips from Renninger's. I did not record much. I decided I just want to spend time with my friends, enjoy shopping, and have a good weekend. So I did not record hardly at all. I did not want to have the GoPro on, did not want to be carrying the camera, and so I didn't very much. Found some amazing things. So, but I do have a few clips. So I'm hoping I'll have enough for a video for Wednesday of clips from Renninger's and from our shopping trip with George yesterday. And then on Friday, I think we will do a live haul and go through everything that I got. So that's my plan for this week. Next is an old phone. Do not pass them up. This is a Samsung Galaxy S5. It is not brand new. It was used. It is only on US Cellular. I picked it up. I actually picked two of them up because it was like a husband and wife had the same phone at a yard sale. Picked two of them up, $5 each. This one sold for $40 plus the buyer paid $8.95 in shipping, making that one about a $31 profit. Now I will tell you that the buyer asked me how old it was, and I'm like, I don't know how old it was. And they're like, it wasn't your old phone? I'm like, no, I'm a reseller. They're like, oh, okay. And then they bought it. So don't be ashamed. Like, don't pretend you have 20 phones. Just tell them what you do. Tell them what you do. They just said, does it have a protector? Is it in the box? Yes, 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 yes. Check, check, check. And you can check the ESN number online to see if the phone is clear for somebody else to use. Next is a cute little hanky. This is like one of the cutest hankies I think I've found. It says our best friends with the little puppies. It does still have its original crier sticker. And this one, I paid $1 for it, and it sold for $20. Plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. So this one's going to be about a $17 profit. I picked up a lot of hankies this weekend at Renninger's. I actually bought a couple of booths out of them. So watch out for them. They will sell. They do well individually. People ask me all the time if I lot them up. I do not, but that would actually be a good idea, guys. If you see lots of hankies on eBay, they might be a good sourcing opportunity. So there's a little sneak peek tip. Up next is this vintage silhouette. This is a really pretty lady. This one is signed by F. Ward. The back is pretty cool on this one with the little tie-dye. And I paid $6 for her at an in-person auction. She sold for $35 in under 2 months. She is little, if you can see. She's like a 4x6 size. $35 plus the buyer paid $9 in shipping. Once I get her padded, she might be under a pound, I'm not sure. But I did a little bit over a pound just to be safe because there is glass, so I'm gonna have to pad it really good and make sure it goes in a box. And that one will be about a $25 profit. So I love silhouettes. I love small pictures. Next is a Trifari brooch. I will tell you to describe this. I put Atomic Sunburst and I paid $5 for this one and sold for $55 plus the buyer paid $5.95 in shipping. So let me tell you about this thing. I got a $25 offer. I had this listed at $69.99. I could not find any others. It is big. It is definitely a statement piece. If you see, it is in an absolutely amazing condition. So I listed it high. And that's the whole perceived value. If you have the only one of something, nobody's to say what it's worth except for you and the person willing to buy it. So somebody sent me a $25 offer. I declined. 25 on 70 is not enough for me. So then they came back at 40. And we were actually at lunch at Denny's with George when it came in. I'm like, oh, I might take it. And I'm like, but it hadn't been listed that long. I'm going to counter them at 55, which was $15 off of my asking price. And they accepted and it sold. So don't think all of those lowball offers are necessarily not going to end in sales, because for me, a lot of times they do. This is really cool gravy boat. This is a Russell Wright Chartreuse piece. This one is not marked. I know Russell Wright. I did put that it was not marked. This one came in a lot. I paid $5 a piece when I cost averaged in the lot. This one sold for $15 plus the buyer paid $11.75 in shipping. So it's going to be about an $8 profit, but there are a lot of high dollar pieces that were in that lot. So when you buy lots, that's going to happen. Some things might just be break even if you crossed average, and then you're going to have ones that make you a lot more profit. Then the first of the Ken Edwards Tonala plates are going out. These are 10 inch. I actually have 11 inch. So 4 of these, which here, this is Tonala. Ken Edwards is a very, very well-known Tonala artist. If you see here the KE, he actually has a scorpion on this one. It's marked Mexico. That is how you would know it's Ken Edwards. I can kind of tell Ken Edwards pieces just by what's on them and the style, but they are all marked. Now, 4 of these plates sold for $113.39. I am about $25 into them, so they're going to be about a $70 profit after fees. I got a whole 12-piece place setting, which is amazing. These are not even the biggest plates that I got, and the buyer paid $31 in shipping. These are very heavy plates. They are over a pound a piece, and there is a set of 4 of them going out. And then I sold some candles for $3. $3. You know what? $3 sales probably boost my other items up in the eBay algorithm. And again, it's candles, so they're not going to break. I paid virtually nothing. Those were in a lot. They could have been a throwaway item, but I listed them just because I'd had them a while. Somebody sent me a $3 offer. I accepted. They also paid $10 in shipping. These are heavy candles. They actually weigh over a pound. Up next, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the Nurse Flipper eBay camp. First, I'm going to show you the highest priced item that sold this weekend. This beauty, I don't know if you remember me getting him. I sourced this Kachina painting, and it is an absolutely amazing one. It is signed Keith Adams. It's an 8x10, so it's not super big. This is not going to be hard to ship. I sourced this for $60 from an online high bid auction, and I did pay about $20 in shipping, so about $80 all in. This one sold for $356.41, plus the buyer paid $20 in shipping. So this one is over a $200 profit, and it sold in under 2 months. If you have not been watching me long, I am a big Kachina lover. It is one of my favorite things to sell. I have a ton of Kachina dolls up there on my display shelf, and then when I find other Kachina stuff, I pick it up. So you'll see on, maybe on the video on Wednesday, you'll see the other Kachina item I picked up for 30 bucks that I'm so excited about. But yeah, really, really excited about that sale. Over a $200 profit. So let's talk about the Nurse Slipper eBay camper real quick. I'm not going to talk a ton about it. I was driving home yesterday, and my mom's like, we should get a big house on the river when everybody comes, as we're driving over the Rainbow River in Dunellen. And I'm like, I should do like a Nurse Flipper retreat at a big house. Like, it was just like this light bulb that went off. And because when we were in Mount Dora, Mark, OG and Z came over, Flippin' Flamingos came over, Red Cardinal Treasures came over, Anne was there, who is also a subscriber, and it was so much fun. Like, it was so much fun to hang out. So I start hunting on Airbnb, and I found this amazing spa that had actually closed down, and they were Airbnb-ing it. And what sucked is it was like a communal sleeping room, except for 3 private bedrooms. So I messaged them. I was like, hey, are you going to still be doing this in April? Because I have Renninger's next month, and then I have Pennsylvania in March. So April would be the first time I'm available to do one. And they actually wrote me back and said, no, we think we're going to stop the Airbnb. And I'm like, oh, like, so. But if you know me, I am persistent. I will find a way. I have a tattoo across my chest. Some of you might have seen it, and it's in Latin, and it means, if I cannot find a way, I will make one. And that is really me in a nutshell. So what I did is I'm like, I'm gonna look for like 13 or 14 bedrooms. And I found this amazing mansion in Orlando. It's 14 bedrooms. They're all themed. 12 of the 14 are king size beds, and I booked it. I already ordered Nurse Flipper Camp notebooks and pens, and yeah, so I'm super excited. I posted on my community feed to see how many people would be interested before I paid for it. I want to make sure there would be enough interest, and there was. So if you haven't seen those posts and you want a little more information, you can go to my community page on YouTube and check it out. So it is now booked. I am speaking with my lawyer tomorrow because I need to drop a contract to release liabilities in case something happens. I want to be safe rather than sorry. So I'm going to have a lawyer drop a contract, and then I need to firm up my class outline schedule. So what it will be is a Friday to Monday, and I'm going to have an option for each of the rooms, the king size rooms, and then the there are bunk beds, and the top bunk bed's going to be cheaper. Super Calipoppins actually was joking, and she said she calls the top bunk. So that will be the cheapest to stay in the mansion with us. And then I'm also going to have some class only spots. So the mansion actually sleeps 36. I am going to top it out at like 20 to 25 people in the classes. I do not want it any bigger. The living room is absolutely giant. It will have plenty of room for everybody to sit. There's plenty of space as far as social distancing. Of course, if you want to wear a mask, you could. And we are going to provide food. I have talked my husband into cooking for us, and my 20-year-old daughter is coming, and my mom to help. So I'm so excited. We're going to do breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we're going to do classes like the whole day, and then we're going to have recreation at night. And this mansion has a bowling alley, it has a pool table, it has foosball, it has Pac-Man. I love Pac-Man. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking because I would talk about it all night. That's what I've been doing all day, is telling everybody about it, because I'm super excited. So if you want more info, definitely look on there. I will offer it to my paid channel members first, just as a courtesy, because they do pay monetarily to support my channel. and then it will open up to the public. And I'm thinking either the end of this week or the beginning of next week, I will have it available, and I will post on my community feed to let you guys know. So to all of you that have said you were coming, I cannot wait to meet you. And if it goes well, I will continue doing it as much as the demand warrants. So if we have enough people interested every month, I'll do it every month. Who doesn't want to go to a mansion for a weekend every month? I do. So I will do it once a month if we have enough demand. And yeah, so if you can't come to this one, I have a feeling there will be more. There will be more. All right, let's move on. Enough of my babbling. I normally don't babble, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. All right, next, velvet rolling papers. Vintage velvet rolling papers. They were in an auction lot. Paid less than $1 for these. I paid pennies. These two sold for $10.49, plus the buyer paid $4 in shipping, making them over an $8 profit. And then this little Williamsburg pottery, tiny little creamer. I just paid a couple of dollars for this. This one sold for $9, plus the buyer paid $5.95 in shipping. I might have made a mistake. I think this might be over a pound. And if you guys ask what happens when I say it's under a pound, it's over, that's my mistake. I have to pay the difference. Up next, and this is going out to a viewer. It's going out to Miss Elaine. She got this really cool storyteller bracelet. It has Thunderbirds on the side. It's a very, very cool copper bracelet. She sent me an offer of $40. I accepted, and she paid $5 in shipping. So I paid $5 for this, and it's going to be about a $30 profit. And you're going to see some more of these copper bracelets sold this weekend. Next is a rosary. This was a really cool one. If you guys see, these are like rose metal beads. They're really, really cool. There is the cross, and this one I paid $1 for in an online shop Goodwill rosary lot, and it sold for $39.19, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. Did take about 8 months to sell. This is going to be about a $34 profit. Up next, I'm in the mood to get rid of $3 stuff, apparently. Like, people send me these offers. I'm like, I had it here, take it. Okay, this is a Hallmark ornament. This is the Clausmobile. I paid less than $1. It sold for $3.75. It's going to be about a $2 profit, and it took, I think, over 2 years. Next are some little earrings. So these are really pretty floral enamel. And I picked these up 3 for $10 at Renninger's at my last trip. And these sold for $20, plus the buyer paid $20 in shipping. These are going international. So these are going to be over a $15 profit. So make sure you turn on international sales. There's no difference. You put it in a box, you put a label on it. There's nothing different. Nothing different. It's really, really easy to do, and it will increase your sales. Next, this is a 1959 brochure. Vintage ephemera is another thing I love. This is the Western route. And if you want to know how I knew, it says right there on the bottom, 1959 edition. This one, I paid less than $1. It sold for $3.86. I told you, I'm in the mood for $3 things this weekend. But then I also had $300 things, so it's okay. Next, more of my vintage linen. So this is a big, like, kitchen towel. Really pretty floral. I put blue floral bouquet linen tea towel, and this one sold for $10.49, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. I paid $1. This is about an $8 profit, and it sold in under 2 months. Next is another copper bracelet. So I got 2 big lots of copper bracelets. I paid $5 each. Some were not worth as much as others. This one sold in under a month for $20.99, plus the buyer paid $5 in shipping. So this one's going to be about a $13 profit. And then I absolutely love this when I picked it up at Goodwill. I just picked it up less than a month ago. This one is the one that says Mahalo for removing your slippers, but no take mo better ones when you leave. Paid $3.99 at Goodwill. It sold for $20.99, plus the buyer paid $6 in shipping, and it sold in under a month. Up next is a still hat. So this hat I paid $1 for, and it sold for $10, plus the buyer paid $5.95 in shipping, making it about an $8 profit. And then this is a backwards Sarah Coventry cross. It does have the really pretty green enamel there on it. It is actually from 1978. I don't think you'll be able to read that. 1978 it says here. I paid less than $1. This one sold for $10, plus the buyer paid $5.50 in shipping, making this one about an $8 profit. Next is a banana basket. So I bought this banana basket for me because I thought I would use it, but it was sitting on my counter forever. I wasn't using it, and I'm like, wonder if I could sell this thing. Well, I paid like $3 for it at the thrift store. It sold for $20, plus the buyer paid $11 in shipping. So it's really about a $13 to $14 profit. But I bought it for me. But you know, like, I didn't use the thing, so I'm happy to see it go. Next, this is a bunch of Age of Empires stuff. It's like a book and some CDs. It's a computer game. I paid $5 for it at a yard sale. It did take like 6 months to sell. It sold for $19, plus the buyer paid $10 in shipping. So this one's going to be about a $11 or $12 profit. I probably shouldn't have picked it up. It was very, very slow to sell. And then this is the last thing on eBay, but then I got 2 good Etsy sales and 3 Facebook sales to show you. So this is a ArkansasTexaco Map. This one is from 1964. Most maps will say the year somewhere on them, so make sure you check that. I do not open maps. Just a side note, like, these maps sell cheap. I take a picture of the front, I take a picture of the back, and that is it. They ask me to open it up, I ignore them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not taking the time to open it and photograph for $3 in profit. So I just do front and back, and then this goes into a hard cardboard mailer, and that is it. All right, the 2 Etsy sales. The funny thing is they both sold for $64. So the first one is this Wright serving dish, again in the Chartreuse, in the same lot, paid $5. But this one, I think will be about a $50 profit. I've not learned Etsy fees yet, guys. I've not learned Etsy fees. So I started promoting like $5 a day, like to push my store, and then running a 15% off sale. I think I need to check and see if I'm still doing it. If not, I'll put it back on. This one is signed though. You can see there, this one does say Wright, and $64. So I think it's going to be about, like I said, about a $50 profit. And then this Longaberger basket, which is really pretty. This is honestly one of my favorite ones that I got. Paid $8 for them. This one sold on Etsy for $64 as well. So I think, again, probably close to a $50 profit. And I've only been listing on Etsy about 3 or 4 weeks now. So they didn't take very long to sell. All right, on Facebook, I sold this 1974 New Jersey map for $5. This is going to be about a $4 profit. Facebook is nice because it's only 5% fees. And for those of you that don't know, I do use List Perfectly to cross-post from eBay into my List Perfectly catalog. And then I cross-post them out to Etsy if they are more than $20. And everything goes on Facebook Marketplace. So if you're thinking about cross-posting, you can use my code, The Nurse Flipper, all one word, no spaces, for List Perfectly. Get 30% off. And I do have a video on how to do that if you are wanting to see how it works. And then this Culligan water filter. This Culligan water filter sold for $22 on Facebook. I paid less than $3. That one is about a $15 profit. And last, another Longaberger basket. This is a cute little Horizon of Hope. If you want to know how I knew, it had the book with it. So Longaberger are all marked. Somebody had asked me, they are all marked. You do have to either, if you don't have the little pamphlet that comes with it, you do have to use Google Lens to figure out which one they are, because they really don't do well if you don't know the name of that basket. So that is it. Tomorrow night, super exciting, guys. Tomorrow night, we will have, for the first time ever on our Tuesday night reseller show, we will have Danny, the niche lady, along with Tiffany, Thrifting Vegas. Both those ladies are out West Coast, so I'm very happy to have both of them on with us. Julian, my co-host, will be there, so we will be live tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To those of you that are my Sourcing Master members that get the shipping live, since today was a holiday, I will go live shipping all of this stuff you just saw tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you did not miss your Sourcing Live for this week. I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, watch for details on the Nurse Flipper camp. How exciting. We're going to have a mansion. We're going to have a mansion. We're going to have a mansion. I'm so excited. So I I'm going to take this out. We have a fire in the fireplace. I'm going to show you guys Dalton in front of the fireplace and see if he will say goodbye for me. I am hoping. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see a lot of you soon at the Nurse Flipper Camp. Bye, guys. Okay, so Dalton is going to show you our fire. It's getting down in the 30s tonight in Florida. Oh, it's hot?
Yeah.
Tell them what that is. Can you tell them? A fire. Tell them bye.
Bye.
Give them blow kiss.